If I just took those exact same steps, said the exact same words, I'm going to get exactly where they are. You know what I mean? So if somebody else can do it, then you can 100% do it. You know what I mean?
Cool. Hey everyone, Justin Vom Steeg here with Kixie. We're out here in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm with Jon Rindt of Prime Financial. Jon, just want to quickly kind of interview you, talk about what your story is, how you got involved in insurance, and how you ended up here in Scottsdale with 100+ agents in less than 2 months.
Yeah, so I'll try to give you the short version then.
Yeah.
So I started 17 years old. I was working for my uncle, doing car wraps, right? And he made probably 200, 300, 400 grand a year, somewhere between there. I don't remember, but it was a lot more money than anyone ever knew. So one, I was like, okay, I know I need to make money. Two, I know my uncle makes money doing something totally unconventional, And long story short, I ended up meeting a guy with a Bentley. It's like a 2016 Bentley Continental GT. Never seen a Bentley before in my life. So I went up to him at the gym, asked him what he did. My buddy I was lifting with ended up knowing who he was. And anyways, I said, how do I work for you? How do I make money like that? And he told me, you could go to college, spend $25,000 a year, 4 years in a row, you're negative 100 grand. Or you just work really hard. And he said, even if you only made 100 grand a year, when he said only, I was sold. You know what I mean? I was like, you're saying I can make more? So he said, even if you only make 100 grand a year, you're 500,000 ahead of everyone else. And that really stuck with me. That made so much logical sense. And logically, it just didn't make sense for me to go to college in my mind, right? So I was like, okay. I told my mom I'm gonna take a year. She was like, if you go to that interview, I'm taking your car keys. You're getting grounded. I was 17. I was still under my mom's control. And so I snuck into the interview, spent my last $600. I had $600 saved to spend it on a suit. Went into the interview. Ended up making $250,000 my first year in sales at a captive agency. Did 5.5 years at a captive agency. My biggest month was $126,000 in income, $86,000 in income week. We were, doing hundreds of $500,000 in production a month. And then I just realized, the company controls the leads and the company controls the products. It's the only two things the company controls. So, if we don't have the best leads and we don't have the best products, we're not in the best business. So again, it just made logical sense to me. So I started looking elsewhere. I did a brief ownership at a previous company. Still didn't make logical sense to me. So I did the logical move and went to the best leads, the best systems, the biggest life insurance company or brokerage in the world, Family First Life, and teamed up with the biggest one in the industry right now, which is Jay Maska. So, about 2 months ago, teamed up with him. And, now today we're sitting with over 100 agents. We went from 3 to 100. Just goes to show, one, if, you are who you say you are, people are going to want to follow you. And number two, if you can go somewhere else, have a lot of success, a lot of people are going to come with you. So, ended up, getting over 100 agents. We did 100,000 last week alone just through one carrier, and we were contracted with 30 different carriers. So we're pumping a lot of business. But that's my short story, I guess you'd say, from zero to now.
No, that's amazing. And I also myself decided to take an unconventional route. I did a little bit more in college than you. I think I did 3 months before dropping out to go try to play professional sports. So I can definitely relate to that. Take me back though to that decision, because I know when you're young and everyone's going to college, everyone's having fun, what was kind of the mindset to decide, hey, I don't want to just go party and have fun and hang out and pay all this money for a degree I'm probably never going to use? How did you know from such a young age that, hey, I want to work, I want to earn, I want to make something for myself? Kind of just walk me through what led you to make that decision.
Yeah, so I would say a couple of things. One, my family at one point had money. My dad went to jail. We had zero money, slept on a couch through high school at my uncle's place. Shout out my uncle for letting me sleep on his couch. Bought me my first bed, which was dope. So I knew what I felt like when we had money. I knew what we felt like when we didn't have money. I knew how the family felt when we didn't have money. So I knew it was important, right? So that right there, I was like, okay, I know I need money. Two, I knew if someone else did something, if I just took those exact same steps, said the exact same words, I'm going to get exactly where they are. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if somebody else can do it, then you can 100% do it. You know what I mean? So I knew there were other people doing it, and I knew and I don't know honestly where it came from, other than the fact that I just wanted to win so badly at something. Because I never played sports in high school. Played football my senior year. I was like honestly, I was a loser. Like if I were to like meet myself now, I'd be like, dude, you need to grow up. You know what I mean? And I knew I was like such a loser. I need to just show everybody and win bigger than I ever could. I knew money was important. I knew I wanted a family. Knew I never wanted to get divorced because I saw my parents do it. So it's just really, I was just like, I have one opportunity. I meet this guy with a cool car. I'm gonna give up more than anyone's willing to give up to make sure that I have the best chance possible. And if I walk away, I at least know I gave it my all and there's nothing else I could do. That I was cool with. Like I'm cool with walking away and saying I quit when I've done everything I could and it's not me, it's the opportunity. Hence why I made the switch from, a previous organization I worked with to Family First Life.
Amazing. I love that. I can definitely relate to the sacrifices and going all in on a business. And like I said earlier, just seeing how many agents we already have here, scaling with you guys, it's incredible to see how fast things can grow when you do things the right way.
100%. Yeah, 100%. If you have the right systems, you have the right product, and you're talking to the right people, you're gonna make the most amount of money. So, and also, my old mentor told me that if you negate risk, you're just negating money, future profit. So for example, if you're an employee, you go work at, McDonald's, zero risk, you'll never lose technically. You're always going to gain something working at McDonald's. But the owners who created McDonald's, they probably risked, they millions in debt, millions of money invested. They took all the risk. Therefore, they're going to make the most money. So if you're in an industry where there's zero risk, for example, free leads, free trips, free leads, free everything, you're negating future profits.
Awesome. No, it's amazing. I completely agree. And going back to what you were saying earlier about having the right tools and the right systems, obviously someone like yourself, you provide leadership, mentorship, guidance to so many of the agents here. But speak to me about some of the other skills and tool sets that you're providing for people. Obviously, I'm here with Kixie. I know you're a big fan of ours. I'd love to just hear, as you build this team on the right systems, what about Kixie has helped you guys scale? And how is it helping you go from, 100 agents to here, where I'm sure I'm coming back here next year and there's going to be 1,000 agents?
Yeah, so super simple. And I'm like a straight shooter. I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm not just saying this. I think Kixie is going to be able to make our agents more profitable by just not missing out on deals, because what they're doing is, you're spending whatever, a month, whatever plan you go with, let's say $200-$300 a month, and you're able to buy your time back of pressing dial, going to the next one. Where instead, if you can make 800 calls in a day and it's automatic, you don't have to think about it. All you have to think about is sitting there selling. You're gonna make more money. So again, I'm a logical thinker. If I make 100 calls a day, and someone using Kixie makes 800 calls a day, it's going to take that person that made 100 calls 8 days to do what that one person did in one day. Yep. So Kixie, it's simple. It's integrated with the great CRMs that we use, and it's just something that it's going to help us pick up left off deals that you're never going to call.
Yep. And you're saying, more calls, more deals, more money in your pocket. That's going to allow those agents to go on and do what you're doing. So last question for you. I know you got big dreams, you got big plans. You're already at, 100 or so many agents here in the first couple months. What does the long-term future look like for Prime Financial for you guys? Where do you want to be in a year from now? Where do you want to be in 5 years from now? Give me the long-term dream.
So my long-term dream, I don't think I have a final destination. It's just what can I do to get other people out of whatever situation there is or into a better situation, because I know what it is to make great money but still not get paid exactly what you're worth. And I know what it is to have no money and need to be saved from a situation. So I want to save all the agents into a better life insurance agency. I want to save them from, the headache of having someone else having to, dictate how many leads they get or if they can use Kixie or not.
Yeah.
We probably literally couldn't have used Kixie at one of my previous companies. So I just want to put people in a better position. And for me, the more people I can put in a better position, the happier I feel like I'm going to be.
Amazing. And John, if I'm an insurance agent right now and I'm in that bad situation, I don't like where I'm at, what do I need to do to learn more about you guys and get involved? Because what you guys are building here is very special, and I want to make sure, you know, that everyone in the community is aware of what you're building.
Yeah, 100%. So if you're looking to get out of a previous opportunity to, you know, get more out of an opportunity, or you're just in a lost place and you don't know what to do, but you're like myself, you're willing to, you know, go out, you know, spend your last couple dollars, invest in yourself, become a business owner, and have the best systems, the best leads, the best training, the best leadership, then just DM us on Instagram, DM me personally. I'll give you my phone number, 724-799-3711, or Jon Rindt, JONRINDT on Instagram. I'm available 24/7. Like I said, I want to save as many agents as I can and save people from, you know, a life they don't want.
Absolutely. Thank you, John. I really appreciate it. Great seeing everybody. Take care. Thanks again, John.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, dog, let's go.